Welcome back to another video on Influential Sports and AAA WWE Worlds Collide. Amazing pay-per-view. It was one of the best pay-per-views of the year. Not the best, but one of the best. I still think TNA Under Siege has that top spot for right now, but this was a really well booked pay-per-view. The wins, obviously, I'm gonna get into all that. WWE, they had 3 wins. AAA had 2 out of the 5 matches. And obviously, since WWE owns them, they're gonna get the more wins out of this. But both of the wins that they got they got 2 really good wins. So let's get into that. And I have found a way to watch AAA, their regular shows. So if you want me to cover AAA, let me know in the comment section below. Once I check out the way to watch it, hopefully it's consistent, and I might make some more AAA content. But the first match, Mystery Iguana teamed up with Aerostar and Octagon Jr. to take on LWO, featuring Cruz del Toro, Dragon Lee, and Lince Dorado, since Joaquin Wild was injured and wasn't able to compete in this match. And let me say, Mystery Iguana, some people might find it corny, but he got super over with the fans. Also, LA is a great spot to do Worlds Collide since there's a lot of Hispanic people in LA, so this was a great place to do that at. But Mystery Iguana got super over with his gimmick. Like, it could, even if he was to be in WWE for a little bit, like, it could work. Like, obviously it won't last forever, but he got super over super fast. He did have some good in-ring work. Lince Dorado, he hit a Spanish fly to a stuffed teddy bear iguana, which was hilarious. Like, this match was really well booked. It was a funny match too. Like, it had some enjoyable spots. But Aerostar, I think he was the star out of this match. Like, Aerostar did some really good stuff. He did a tornado across the body, which I found really impressive because, like, that opened my eyes. I was like, wow. So great stuff from Aerostar in this match. I already talked about LWO. Like I said, he competed. He was in this match, a lot of it. But you had everybody going flying, like, obviously with all the luchadors and stuff in here. And Team AAA ended up getting the win. Octagon Jr., Mr. Iguana, Aerostar ended up getting the win. Octagon Jr. pinned Lince Dorado. And I know of Octagon Jr. because he's been doing stuff with his in TNA as the Aztec Warriors with Laredo Kid. So I have heard of Octagon Jr. The other 2, Aerostar, first time seeing him, really impressive. And Mr. Iguana, like I said, cool gimmick that I enjoyed. And then Dominic, he was in the crowd. He said he had something to say to Octagon Jr. Octagon Jr. didn't like it, so that led to them getting into it, and it led to a match that would end up taking place at Money in the Bank. And my Money in the Bank review will be out this week. Won't be the same day. But that set up an IC title match, which I'll talk about in my other review. But the next match, Delayus and Chick Tormenta, I might have said the first woman's name wrong, but they took on Lola Vice and Stephanie Valkyrie. This was a fun match. And for the first match, I thought that was an amazing match, by the way. This was a good match. Probably now that's not because all these matches on the card was good, so even the worst match was still a good match on this card. This wasn't the worst one, because it was better than the Fatal 4-Way, but it's really hard to decide what was the worst match on this card. No, it's not the Fatal 4-Way either. It's because it was all good to great matches. Like, it was some really good action here, so I can't even say what's the worst match, because all these matches were really good. Especially the first one was amazing. Then the main event, I feel like, was the match of the night, which we'll get to. Then the stuff in between, it was some really good action. But Lola Vice, her and Chick Tormenta were at it for a little bit. Chick Tormenta even had a stare down with Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if that's going to lead to something on SmackDown or not. I would be surprised if it does. I mean, maybe they do something at Night of Champions. I mean, Tiffany might need something new. Then be nice for us as fans to see something refreshing. But to get to the match, Lola Vice, she did 3 running hip attacks in a row. That was a good spot. Then you had Stephanie Valkyrie and Lola Vice get a doubles kiss during the match. So those Valkyrie did a crossbody to Delayus. I think that's the name. I might be saying it wrong. And yeah, and Stephanie Valkyrie hit the SVB, and that was the end of the match. Like I said, it was a good match. Lola Vice and Stephanie Valkyrie ended up winning it. Yes, they should, because I couldn't see Stephanie losing twice in one night. Sorry if I support the Money in the Bank, but you should have seen it by now. Yeah, that was the end of that. It was the only women's match on the card, but the two women from AAA looked great. Lola Vice, it seems, hopefully she gets something out of this, and I have a video coming out about Lola Vice and two other NXT women. But hopefully she gets something out of this, because she had a good showing in this match. Stephanie Lockyer couldn't do too much because she was just in a tag team match the night before, and she had a Money in the Bank match later that night. So Lola Vice was really carrying the weight in this match. Like, she outperformed Stephanie, and that don't mean that Stephanie bad, but Stephanie couldn't go super hard because she had a match later that same night. So, like, hopefully Lola Vice gets rewarded. A great match. Then you had the third match, Legado del Fantasma versus El Hijo del Dr. Wagner, Psycho Clown, and Pygon. And I really enjoyed this, especially the segment before when Santos was talking and he had the WWE thing, and he was like, y'all was second to us. It was something like that, but basically playing into the fact that WWE owns AAA and that they look at themselves higher than them. And in my predictions video, I did say whichever luchador team from WWE loses, the other one will win. Since LWO lost, that ended up meaning that Legado will win. I did think LWO was going to win and that Legado would have lost, but it was the other way around, and I'm fine with that. And this actually made sense because Legado del Fantasma has a match in AAA coming up for the tag team titles. Well, Los Gardas does. So if I'm able to check that out, I will drop some content about that. So hopefully I'm able to see that. Conan on commentary was really good all night. His line about Santos being the type of guy that steal your wallet and help you look for it was very funny. Like, Conan had some good stuff on commentary just throughout the whole show. He did a great job. But I like how Legado, they all had on the same camouflage pants. That was great. A Psycho Clown did a double German suplex to Los Garza. You had triple kicks to Pagan. Trying to recap some of the top spots in here. It was a few, out of Cold Red to Berto was a good spot. Even Berto did kick out of two. I forgot who attempted that. But yeah, that was a good spot. And you had the spot where all 6 guys just started throwing hands with each other in the ring. Angel Garza did a moonsault, which was really, really impressive. I liked it out of Angel Garza. And Angel Garza, he ended up taking out like a pile of people. It was like 3 or 4 people brawling, then he just speared all of them. And then Wagner did the double knees to Santos, who was able to kick out at 2. And Santos hit the Phantom Driver, leading to Legado del Fantasma getting the win. This was an insane match. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I have a different word for each of these matches. That's how good they were. But yeah, I'm glad that Santos was able to get the pin. This helps build up LWO, helps build up Legado. Not LWO, helps build up Legado, aka Los Garzas, as they do have a tag team match coming up. Angel Garza and Berto, they got a tag team title match coming up soon. So good luck to them in that. I doubt that they win, but if they did, I would like it. So we'll see what happens with all that. Then the next match, the Fatal 4-Way match between Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, Laredo Kid, and Ethan Page. Just some great action throughout the entire match. Like, them all going at Ethan Page early on, eliminating him from the equation. Like, I enjoyed that. That was really good how they played that. Javon Evans had some 6 spots in the match. Javon Evans, he took a backbreaker, and he had multiple attempts to take out Ethan Page. Even did a frog splash onto Ethan Page or something of that sort to break up a pin. Like, him and they both have really good chemistry, and obviously they displayed more of that in just a Fatal 4-Way. I can't wait till they had an actual one-on-one match for the championship. Ethan Page does a great job as a heel. I'm enjoying this run that he's been having in WWE, not just because he just won the North American title, but his run in WWE has been good so far with him being in NXT. Ray Phoenix spider kick to Javon was really great. Even Ray Phoenix, who they haven't did much with on SmackDown, he looked really good in this match. He had a great showing, and nobody can take that away from him. Like, he could be an upper mid carder. Like, if he won this and Penta went on to win the IC title or something before they became a tag team, like, Ray Phoenix, he's an established star in other places. He's an established star there in AAA. So their fans know who he is. He's just getting acclimated to WWE. Javon Evans, he had a cutter to almost win it, but Ethan Page was able to break that up. And it was um, the springboard cutter by Javon Evans, then Ethan Page throwing him out the ring was great. Then you had Ethan Page pinning Laredo Kid to retain the title. I mean, it's fine. So at this point, WWE is up 3 matches to 1. That's what they were up at this point. So I pretty much knew how the main event was ending. But the way that, and for the Ethan Page match, that was an awesome match. But the way that they booked El Hijo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable was really great. Because it was moments where you felt like Chad Gable could have won in this match. Obviously, I predicted that Vikingo would win. But it was moments where I was like, oh, Chad Gable almost had him. Oh, that table spot? Oh, it's like, because it was a slow pace to start the match. Like, Chad Gable slowed it down, something that Vikingo isn't used to because he's a slower paced wrestler. So that was great by Chad Gable. That's not even just a heel tactic. That's a wrestling tactic. If you know your opponent is a faster guy, slow them down early so you have the advantage going into the match. I love that out of Chad Gable. 630 splash to the back of Gable. That was very impressive by Vikingo. He did a lot of great stuff. And I've seen Vikingo wrestle before, so I'm not surprised with some of the moves that he pulled out. But I thoroughly enjoy watching him wrestle. The Meteors, and everybody do the Meteor. It feels like not really anything significant. Gable was able to avoid the running shooting star press, and he attempted a German suplex through the table, but wasn't able to do it. As Vikingo reversed before he was fully able to go through with it. The twisting 450 by Vikingo, probably my favorite move from him. Then the cold breaker out of the air, that was a great spot. The inside set out power bomb off the top rope from Chad Gable was very impressive, and Vikingo kicking out is what surprised me because I thought it was over then. I didn't think Vikingo was kicking out of that. That's what I was like, oh, Chad Gable might win. Then Mexican Destroyer on the ring apron. Gable still able to survive that. Like, I'm like, how is he surviving this? Gable did a moonsault through the table, which was set up, and the ref was lenient because he didn't say nothing about the table. So that spot just happened. Then both men beat the 10 count because they were almost ending in a double count out, but they were both able to beat it. They started slapping each other. Then Poison Rana, double knees, and a 630 splash. That trio of moves would definitely end the match, and Vikingo ended up retaining. Best match of the night. That match was phenomenal. This pay-per-view as a whole, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. And the reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because TNA Under Siege, I felt like had out of TNA Under Siege, they had 10 matches, and I felt like 5 were match of the year candidates. I think even though it was some really good action, I only consider one of these match of the year candidates, in my opinion, which is Vikingo versus Chad Gable. It's a top 5 match this year for sure. But I don't think it's on that level that TNA Under Siege was. And then some of this stuff was thrown together too. So I also had to consider that. Like a few of these, not all of them, but there was like 1 or 2 matches that were thrown together like kind of last minute. But I did enjoy it. And there was no ads. So I would say 9.5 out of 10. Second best wrestling pay-per-view I've seen this year. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts, and share the video as well for others to see.